everybody. It is 7:31 on Monday night, February the 10th. I ran in here in time to do this, but I also need to set up the other screen real quick. One moment. This will give everybody else time to hop on and join us. Let's put that there. To go grab the host code. I hope that you had a great weekend. It was a little stormy towards the end of the week last week, but Saturday and Sunday turned out pretty good. Well, I'm going to say they did. I got to visit with my parents Saturday evening, and then Sunday I got to rest and work on Stampin' Up stuff. So, all right, back to that. Let's go over here. Yay, it worked. I love it when things work like it's supposed to. Makes life so much easier. All right, I think I'm done with, nope, I got to do one more thing to be able to share my screen, and then I'll be done with the mouse too. Oh, that's not going to sit there. Now it will. There we go. Hi, Becky. I'm trying to find my screen so I can share the screen. All right, here we go. Here it is. We are going to be working with spring corners. I'll show you that. Oh, hang on. Stamp set in just one second. All right, there we go. Trying to refresh my memory so that I tell you guys the correct things. Here we go. So from now through February 17th, which is Monday, President's Day, when you place a $45 order or more online before tax and shipping, you can get this week's Spring Corners class kit to go free. So the kit to go supplies include 2 of each of the 4 cards that we're going to make tonight. So I hope that excites you a little bit. If you have any questions about it, you can let me know, and we will move right along. And I know that you come to watch me craft, so let's do that. Share. And it is this one. Actually, let's see. There we go. That screen, share. I think it's working. I'm trying to hide some of these little glares from the lights that are around my desk so that you can see it better. And I hope that this layout is working a little bit better. I'm not sure, but we will try this for a little bit. If it doesn't work, I'll try to figure out something else. I don't like the lines, so I'll keep working on that. So here is Springtime Corners, or it's not springtime, it's Spring Corners. And I love the way that the words are right on the corner. I mean, we've got some that are straight, so we're going to use happy birthday. And let's just play, and you'll see what we're going to make tonight. I'm also using 3 different celebration items in our projects tonight. So if you don't have those, obviously use what is in your stash. And you can make sweet cards like that too. This is a set of the bundle or the dies that go with Springtime spring corners. It comes with that one as well. We're going to be using that one. And I don't think I didn't grab it, but I will. It's not too far. I've got everything else here except for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and it's just right there on the other side of this door. Okay, so let's get these out and get busy making cards. So the first one, we're using this stamp set or stamp. It says, wishing you an amazing day. Set that up right there. Put this little guy back over here so I know where he's at. We are using the Sale-a-bration paper, Bloom Impressions. It's free with a $60 order. This embossing folder is called Starburst. It's also free with a $60 order. You can see the design that it makes. We'll show you that live in person on paper in just 1 second. All right, so the first card is Blackberry Bliss. We're going to fold it in half. Obviously, put a piece of white cardstock on the inside or a lighter color to write on so that, or write with white ink. There's all different kinds of ways to do it, but the easiest for me is to just grab a piece of basic white cardstock, toss it in the middle, and write your way. So this piece is from the Bloom Impressions Sale-a-brations item or catalog. It is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to cut about 2 inches and flip it. That's a cute little technique you can use with any of your designer series paper. Open that up. Cut it at 2 inches. So that's going to be on the top, and we're going to flip that. And then you've got both sides of that beautiful paper that you get to showcase. Yay. I love I stuck a nail on the wall so that I can hang it so it's out of the way, because I feel like I don't have a whole lot of desktop space over here. I'm using Tombow Mono Liquid Glue because I can wiggle it a little bit. Slide. Oh, we need a little bit down here in the corner. I am feeling much better. Last week after I did my video, I wound up so sick. Actually, I was feeling bad during the video, but I persevered and got it done because I love crafting and I had to share my video. And but I'm feeling much better. I still have a cough. Comes and goes when I talk a lot. So hopefully I can make it through the video tonight and it'll be okay. All right, there is that. I'm going to run my bone folder over it to kind of smush out some of that glue so it's not so ridgy. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of this and put it on there so it's out of the way. And yes, I don't know why I flipped that over. I think it is habit because we feel like we've got something on there and we just have to turn it over. All right, that's going to go right there. Let me lay this to the side. I'm going to grab the mini die cut machine. I know where the cutting plates are because they're still laying right here with me. Left one down there. Sure did. Okay. I'll do my best to include all of the measurements. So I'm putting this right here in this corner. This is 3 by 4. And I want that cut out in that corner. I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down so I can quit wiggling it around. Go. Hot plate. Try not to wiggle the table too much. Thank you, Becky. This having a fever of 103.4 was not fun at all. But again, I am feeling much, much better and thankful that I have a hubby who absolutely loves me and made sure that I had plenty of fluids laying or sitting on the nightstand beside my bed. And before he went to work, and life was grand. Right, we will be using that cutout again, but I think I've already got it done on the other ones. I just wanted you to be able to see what it does. So those little pieces stay in there, just pop them out. Where's my take your pick tool? And your die cut has these little holes on the backs. Well, some of them are bigger. I've got a brush at the other cutting station. So you just poke your pokey tool in there and it pops them right out. And then it's ready to go back on the magnetic sheet so it doesn't get lost. And these are ready for my confetti friend or the trash. Now I'm going to stamp on this with Blackberry Bliss ink. Tap it. That way I get the words all the way around. And then I'm just going to line this up in the corner. Just like that. Beautiful. And because I don't want Blackberry Bliss ink on my pretty shirt, I'm putting the lid on it. Toss some adhesive on the back of this. I need to go away. Right over there's fine. Yes, I talk to my tools. You don't want to get too close to this because you don't want it to gush through the holes. And then just line it up on your 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 rectangle. You could put it up on pop dots. Pop dots. My friend Kevin would get on to me for calling them pop dots. Dimensionals. If some of it does happen to gush, it will dry clear. All right, there's that. Now here is the purple back adhesive backed sequins. We're going to use some of those pretty ones, these down here. And you stick them on your card where you want them. We'll stick that one right there. And that card is complete. Well, it will be once it gets the black or the white piece on the inside. All right, next card. Actually, let me clean off the Blackberry Bliss off of this. I love my Stampin' chamois. I feel like they clean the photopolymer stamps a lot better than the red rubber ones. All right, next card, super simple, similar. Actually, it is pretty much the same layout, except we are adding a couple more layers. So basic white, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And then I used a piece of Melon Mambo. We're going to go ahead and put some I definitely am using glue on this one because actually it's the next piece that needs the glue for sure. This is just a regular layer, but I can move that around a little bit before that glue dries if I need to get it all squared up, just like that. And now here is the piece of design of basic white that I used in that Starstruck embossing folder. I'm going to put adhesive on the back of here. And this is 1/8 of an inch smaller than that Melon Mambo piece. So I needed to have room to wiggle. And it laid down like it was supposed to. I'm holding it flat a little bit because that embossing folder really makes the paper want to have a curve to it. All right, and then this is another piece from that paper, and I'm going to use this side. So I'm going to put adhesive on this side. And I'm using adhesive on that embossing folder because it's got so many popped up places. So I want to make sure that my paper lays down like I need it to. So that other one had a solid background behind it. See? This one is going to have some little flowers behind it. All right, that's good. I already ran that through the embossing machine, and we're going to use Melon Mambo. The same sentiment, wishing you an amazing day, because that it can be for whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be a special occasion, right? And then just, you can put it as low or right in the corner, however you want it. Just don't smash it too much or it's going to make your words be a little distorted. There we go. Set that up there so I don't put my sleeve in it. Let's close this. And now some adhesive on the back. About right there to hold that down. I think it's I can't tell you which one's my favorite because they're all pretty. I can send in the mail, I can do the die cuts. I can't do the words. I can do the embossing. I can't do any stamped images. So you'll get everything that I can do. And usually I would tell you with the bundle, the featured bundle, I wouldn't do any of the die cuts or any of that. If I'm using like a circle or something that's not included in the bundle, then I would do those die cuts. That's how this is going to work. All right, and I'm still using that same set of sequins, but this time I'm going to use these from up here. And there's those three. And you can see what I'm talking about by it not wanting to lay down flat. So I will just stick a little more glue behind there and pinch it. That'll be fine. All right, moving right along to our next card. Oh, you'll also get the PDF on how to put these together. This one is a little different than what Brenda usually does. So hang with me. We're going with basic white, thick. If the card base uses white, I always use the thick version of the basic white. If you got the email today, you'll notice that if you click on to be able to shop it out of a cart, you're going to see all of the cardstock and everything that I use that's available currently. All right, now flip over my stack. Blackberry Bliss, 4 by 5 1/4. And I try to keep my supplies to a minimum. So, because I know that you've got some, but you don't have to have a whole craft room. Just use what you've got in your stash and let me see what you come up with. We're going to use this piece from the Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper, free with a $60 purchase. I believe the Spring Corners bundle, I can tell you how much it is. Just a second. The bundle is $46.75. So add some glue. Add, if you don't have some of the colors that are in the Designer Series paper, add some of those. They're in that link that I included. All right, I'm not going to put this on yet, but I'm going to lay it on the card. We are going to stamp. Yay! For stamping. All right, I'm going to use this design and Blackberry Bliss. Oh, and I tilted my corner, so I just got to be careful. All right, I'm going to put this one right there. And then I'm going to put this one. I meant to make that one go down a little bit lower. Let's go. Let's flip it over. Start over. There we go. And now this one is going to go up a little bit right there. I like it. I need to wash. Oh, we're still going to use Blackberry Bliss, so I won't close it up just a second. Squeak, squeak. So back to what I was saying on adding things to your order to get it up to 60. The bundle. So you've got the dies and these beautiful stamps. Adhesive, dimensionals, all kinds of different little things. I'm sure you've got a wish list. This one says, "Happy we are friends." So I'm going to tap that and get the words inked up and put it up here in this corner. And I'm going to just set it to the side. It will be fine. And we're done with the Blackberry Bliss. Open up Melon Mumbo. And we're going to use these pretty little flowers. I know they're not the same kind of flowers that are on that paper, but we're going to pretend. And I am going to grab a Post-it note so I can stamp off. And then stamp on. Stamp off. Stamp on. Off, stamp on. There we go. I like that a lot better than my original. All right. To the side. You could just mat it like that, but let's be a little adventurous. Let's put some adhesive on that and give it a go in the corners. Oh, you can see I had magic paper. If you're just tuning in, Brenda had magic paper. She flipped it over and started all over again. And now I'm going to put this like that. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this. And stick it on our card base. And I'm making it square with the basic white, not the Coastal Cabana behind it. Gets those layers down good and tight. And now let's add some pretty bling. We could use any color on here, but I think I'm going to go with these darker colors. All right, there's that card. We are down to the last one. It is probably, I can't tell you that they're all my favorites, but they kind of are. They kind of are. We're going to be embossing on black with basic white. All right. Here is our colors, our card base. I'm going to lay these guys there, flip that over. This is Shy Shamrock, 5.5, 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Don't lose my black piece. That is why I save scraps. And I know people say that's too little to save, but you're going to see that I didn't have to cut a sentiment strip because I had some basic black saved. All right, then we're going to put Melon Mambo on the card front. You can use your favorite adhesive. It looks like my favorite adhesive tonight is glue. Doesn't that kind of look like a watermelon? It's just happy spring colors. And then here is a piece of that Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper, both sides, but we're using that side. Make sure your grass is turned the correct direction. Unless it's hanging from a basket, I mean, it could grow from a basket. You just might have to draw some baskets on there. Oh, Sherry, I'm glad I'm not the only one who saves those strips. My basic white strips are overflowing. It's like, okay, use them. Got to use them. All right, another question I want to ask you. We're going to be using some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I know some friends who don't use the outer edge of the dimensionals. Obviously, you can see that I do. Do you use every scrap of dimensional on that, or do you just use the ones in the center? Hi, Patricia from Alabama. I have some new friends tonight. Thank you for joining me. All right, now we're going to stamp. And I need to bring back over my little piece here. Let's go ahead and do this one first. And we're stamping with Melon Mambo. Yep. I I probably don't save a whole lot of the other colors. I'm going to stamp off and then I'm going to stamp on. I can do that directly on the mat. I just didn't want to take time tonight to wash the mat or the glass mat. And then this one, stamp off, stamp on, and I rocked it. So let's put it out of reach. So these two little guys are ready for the card in a minute. Let's stamp. The balloon is so fun. Look at that balloon. Using basic black. Our basic black stamp pads do not come like this. They come like this. And the pad is a little bit, it's a linen pad, but I love the sharp image that I get with this. If you ordered the basic white craft ink, you can save 1 or 2 of the empty sheets to use like a silicone mat to hold the pieces. Cool. I love all of this sharing. To hold pieces that have blue odd dots. Yep. So let's stamp this cute little set of balloons. Anyway, back to what I was saying about this ink pad. You order the white, the craft white ink, and the ink pad comes without any ink on it. It comes with the ink pad and the bottle, the refill. So I just sat the refill on the shelf. Thank you to my friend Melissa Winko. And I grabbed my black Memento ink refill and coated that ink pad up, and now it works like a charm. I've got 3 different colors of blends. I use the light colors on all of them: Melon Mambo, Lemon Lolly, and Shy Shamrock. So let's color our balloons. That one I got out of lines. See if I can do this one a little better. And then Lemon Lolly. It's such a soft yellow. It's almost like butter. Not that I would want to eat it or anything, but feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the email list. I have been doing a new thing for me, and that is every Monday morning, I've been sending an email telling you what stamp set or featured bundle I'm demonstrating with and a little snippet of the project. And then it's got a list of the supplies in there, and don't remember what else. All right. Now, to our dimensionals. Let's flip these guys over and these. And I probably use more than most people because I want to make sure that it doesn't get saggy in the middle. All right, I think I'm gonna have to be satisfied with that. And now what I'm gonna do is put one side on first. Actually, let's lay those about where I want them. I'll get them particular. All right, let's pop some dimensionals off of here for the backs. All right, there's my little cup. That helps me keep them contained on the desk and not have to reach for the trash. Would you go in that little cup? Thank you. And that little cup is courtesy of my friend Carol. I'm going to stick this one down. So we've got a top and a bottom. And then just kind of line up your spaces again. There we go. All right, let's try what my other friends do. Oh, and it didn't want to. Some of my friends can just stab them and go like that and go down the whole thing really quick. I obviously need more practice. And then just line those up with the top over here, the side over here. Wink of Stella, that is a little plastic one, and it kind of helps pull in some of the static. So they just kind of fall right in there. All right, let's color our balloons because they're Mylar and give them some sparkle. You can get a whole pack of those little cups at the Dollar Tree. I believe it's the Dollar Tree. And they come in different colors. She just happened to find the clear ones when she was in town. And she said, here, collect your dimensional backs. I'm like, okay. And now I think of her every time I use that little cup. All right, so we're done with the card so far. Let's do some heat embossing. Versamark. Happy birthday. My Versamark is well loved and well used. It is still sticky, and even if it doesn't look the cleanest, it still works. There we go. You can't see that stamped on there, but promise you it is. This is one of Stampin' Up's old embossing buddy trays. And I need to get the new one, but this one still works. The new ones have this end down here screws on the new ones. All right, let's put the lid, actually. Let's put the lid on this. I will scoop the rest of it back into the container when I'm not on camera. Let's lay you over here. All right, I've got the heat gun plugged in. It doesn't usually make sound on there. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one that doesn't work for. It just is so, I don't know. And I've learned that if you heat from the bottom and the top, it doesn't warp your paper as bad. but give yourself some space because that gets hot. And embossing is one of my most favorite things to do. So there we go. Don't melt it too much. I mean, obviously, I learned also that heat embossing, that powdery stuff, is actually ground up plastic. Blew my mind. I didn't know what it was, and I guess I hadn't given it any thought really to what it was, but it's like, that makes sense. So you saw how powdery it looked, and look how pretty that is. I'm letting it cool off a little bit so I don't smudge it. So while I'm doing that, let's pull in some of our baby dimensionals and stick them right here. I'm just going to stick 2 in there. That way they're definitely in the right spot. Pull their backs off, or tops, I guess it would be now. And paper snips. You can make those slanted if you want. I'm going to leave them straight. I'm going to get some seal. Just stick that right there. How cute is that? Doesn't that, can you see the shimmery? I want to see if I can see the shimmery on the card. All right, let's pull in the other cards. You can add more bling to that if you want to, but I think I'm going to leave it like that. 2 up there. Go back over here. Where's my cards? So there's number 4, number 3. I can slide them down a little bit so I've got room. Number 2. And number 1. Come on, fit on the screen. Fit on the screen. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I had so much fun. I love being able to look up and see, oh, I have friends watching. I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. So Sherry uses the whole sheet of dimensionals. Becky uses it all. Patricia uses it all. I'm sure half of the girls in my class use it all. So I wanted to be able to show a little bit different, and to also show you that with simple stamping, you don't have to use very many dimensionals or any at all, like I did on some of these. But have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Let me stop the screen share. Here's that button. Here we go. Thank you again for watching. I love being able to look up and see that I have friends. And then hubby doesn't walk by the door and say, who are you talking to? Of course, he knows who I'm talking to on Monday nights. It's all of you, whether you're on here live or watching the replay. So feel free to like, subscribe, share the video, join the email newsletter list. And I do my best not to spam. I try to keep it very short and sweet. And I also try to make sure that you're up to date on all the things going on. Speaking of all the things going on, last week I demonstrated the beautiful butterflies suite or bundle. That die and 3D embossing folder is on hold right now. We can't get it until probably, I think it's the week of the 24th of February. But as soon as it is back in stock, I will let everybody know that it's back in stock. And it's kind of a little bit, it says embossing folder, But know that if you get the 3D embossing folder, you're also getting the dies that go with it. So it might have its label changed, but right now it just says embossing folder. So, but you're actually getting the dies in the embossing folder. All right, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. And I hope that you do something fun for yourself this week, and I will see you